welcome to Hot Chocolate Hits. I'm Betica and guess what? It's superhero season again. There's like 7 superhero seasons in 1 year, I don't know. But last time I made something with superheroes, it was a Captain America cheesecake and you can click the link here. But like Spider-Man is personally my favorite superhero and I'm so happy that the movie is out again. Last year I made Spider-Man cookies, which were really good and they look pretty good too, so you can click the link here. But this time I'm going to show you how to make Spider-Man cupcakes, which are so easy to put together, so I really hope you give them a try. Let's get started. So to make these cupcakes, you're gonna need a couple of things. First of all, you're gonna need cupcakes, and I'm using some plain vanilla cupcakes. You can find the recipe for the cupcakes and for the frosting on my blog. Just click the link up here, but you can also use any cupcake you like. I have a recipe for Nutella stuffed vanilla cupcakes that you can use, or you can use my cookies dough stuffed chocolate cupcakes for an ultra decadent treat. You're also going to need some buttercream frosting that I've dyed red. You can use store-bought frosting, or you can make my recipe, which is once again on my blog. You're going to need some white buttercream frosting, and what I did with this was I thinned it out so that it would stop forming peaks, which makes it much easier to pipe, especially for the eyes, because it doesn't hold too much of its shape, as you can see here. And you're also going to need some frosting dyed black. Now I chose to use chocolate frosting and I dyed that black because it required a lot less food coloring than white frosting would. So tools and equipment wise, you're going to need an offset spatula to spread the red buttercream, and you're going to need some toothpicks, and I'll get to that when I'm making the cupcakes. You're also going to need your piping bags, and you're going to need a Wilton 3 nozzle. You can use a 2 or a 1, but I feel like if you use a nozzle to pipe the black frosting, the lines are a lot straighter. For the white frosting, you don't necessarily need a nozzle, but if you want to use one, you can. So now let's get started on decorating these cupcakes. So I'm going to start by frosting my cupcake with the red frosting with the offset spatula. So just take kind of a dollop-sized mound and plop it onto your cupcake. And just kind of spread it out, yo. I also like to dip my spatula in water every now and then, just so that like I can get it as smooth as possible, and I like to wipe it before I do this. So I just dipped it in water, and I'm just gonna kind of try and smooth out that bump, because you want it as smooth as you can get it to be. And that's as smooth as I'm gonna try to get it to go. So whenever I decorate cupcakes, I always like to kind of trace the design before I pipe, and I do this with a toothpick. And this just helps kind of guide you when you pipe the frosting, and it makes more of a clean line. So you're going to divide this cupcake into 8 different sections. You're going to draw a line horizontally, vertically, and 2 diagonally. Make sure the sections are as even as you can make them. Okay, and once you've done that, you're going to make the eyes. So just take the section between the horizontal line, and using the midpoint as a guide, you're just going to make a semicircle. It's okay if you cross the other lines. The only thing you have to remember with the eyes is you have to make them even, because you don't want Spider-Man to have like one big eye and one small eye. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and once you've traced the eyes, you're going to make 2 webs. So I like to start by making like an inner circle. And then you want to make an outer circle. More like a line than a circle. And now you're ready to pipe the black. So what I do is first I pipe the 2 main lines, and then I pipe the eyes, and then I go on to piping the rest of the details. Now let's do the eyes. Okay, so you'll notice that Spider-Man actually has like intense eyeliner on his eyes. They're highly highlighted. So I always like to kind of do a second line just to trace over, make them bolder. Okay, and then you can go on to doing the rest of the details. So now the final part of making the cupcakes is just kind of piping the white of the eyes. So using the white frosting, just kind of make a dollop in the center. And then using a toothpick, you can spread it out. And there you have your Spider-Man cupcake. So these cupcakes, they're perfect for birthdays and they're perfect to celebrate the movie. Please go watch the movie and let me know how you guys liked it. I know I will be watching it in the next couple of weeks because I have to go see Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. So I hope you make these super easy I hope you make these super easy superhero cupcakes. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, especially if you like this video because I know I liked making it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.